Hello, hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Mod Monday, and we have 10 new mods this Monday. Right, and of course, disclaimer, there's a lot of beautiful mods. I didn't put all of them in here. I subscribed to at least 20 of them in last week, so please go and check all of them out because we have a lot of beautiful mods. We have a beautiful community and it's definitely worth checking all of them out. Grab your bucket of coffee and let's get cracking. First, compact cement plant by Novo, a cement plant that takes up much less space, employs 50 workers. Right, so where do we have this cement plant? You can find it in the mods, or if you have it like I do, opened all the mods here, so you can find it. 67,000 rubles for this cement plant. Vanilla one costs 3 times more. It does employ less people, so this one requires more. This one produces 40 tons of cement using 12 tons of coal. This one produces twice as much cement and does take a little bit more than... well, it takes less coal. Gravel wise, again, the one is using much more gravel, so the one Mr. Novus uses more gravel, more coal, and I would say even more electricity. Yes, it has the same amount of electricity. It does have really low capacity for imports, but it does have a conveyor belt system. So conveyor belt system, so you can connect it wherever you need. Unfortunately, is it unfortunately? Let me just see if we can find under these conveyor belts. Does it have? It does have cement output as well. So yeah, definitely something that might fit your tight maps. Beautiful, beautiful building, of course, and you can see all the details on it. Wow, 4 parking spaces. Right, that's it. Let's move on. Nixix and 1930s American style shops. 3 1930s shops for your early starts. These are themed around southern USA. The mod was commissioned by Ryan the Skinny on Discord. You can contact me for commission at Nixix hashtag 3856 on Discord. Right, so this is 3 shops we have here in this mod. They are Reddy's, best in town. So that would be Red's General Store. My bad, sorry. We have David's Emporium and we have RTS General Store. Right, so these are 3 shops. They are Western themed and they are for early starts from 1930s and so. So, how does it compare to vanilla buildings? Small shopping centers, you can find them here. If we have 2 different types of shops, they are in both of these sections. So vanilla shop, let's say it's a shopping center, costs 15,000. These shops are a little bit cheaper, but they are made from much less materials. They are all rickety old buildings, so it would warrant them to be a little bit more affordable. As you can see them here, they cost between 10,000 and 5,000, 5,000 and 10,000 rubles. And you can find more details about these mods in the description of the video. Right, another model for early start. This is Boeing F3B. Blue Bro and Ryan the Skinny are the authors of the most huge. Thanks to Ryan the Skinny for commissioning, making lovely. Okay, Ryan the Skinny is a genius behind all of these. I really appreciate his work myself as well. So you can see here, these are 2 different models. They look the same, but one of them is passenger one. It can carry on 1 passenger, and you have the second one, cargo, here that can carry only 100 kilos of aluminum or 100 kilos of boards. Nothing significant, but definitely something that fits in that time period. How much does it cost compared to other vehicles? If we go all the way in the back, $8,000. Compared to helicopters, it is a little bit cheaper. It is the cheapest plane you can buy in the game. In early starts, you can see it's half the price of... is it a Cessna here, C401, and can you even compare it to the Soviet ones? Let's try. So Soviet ones would be here, cargo only. Here we go. Definitely way more expensive, but they do have much bigger capacity as well. So there we go. If you want more details, please check the link in the description of the video. Right, Mr. Robs is back. Big train station. Passenger train station based on rail building in Kielce, Poland, comes in two versions with 4 and 6 rail connections. They serve 4 and 6,000 passengers respectively. You have description in Polish as well. So these are two buildings. I did download both of them with skins, so you can see how they look like. This yellow color is actually quite nice. Both of them can be changed here, so we can change them into a little bit more different color scheme. Of course, the bigger one is this one over here and the smaller one over there. How does it compare to vanilla ones? So let's go and find our train stations. So if we go all the way to our train station selection and we have cargo station, we would have train platforms. Vanilla ones cost 5 and 12,000 rubles, while these are 50 and 57 and 67,000. So way more expensive. They are even more expensive than the previous version of not previous version, but previous model that Rob's made. So these are the most expensive train stations in that collection. Central Railway Station by Benser. You have description in Russian, but Central Rail Station, the mod is based on a real building on the of the river terminal, was built in 1957 to 1960 in Kiev, Ukraine, or Kyiv, Ukraine. The rail station serves 150 passengers, 4 railways, 4 vehicle stations for buses. Stations are not blocked. Main road allow pass. Right, there's a description, more details there. I'm gonna leave that to you to check it out. Now you have a sign in Vokzal in Cyrillic, and you have these entrances for the small bus stations on each side. This is something really interesting. I think I'm gonna give it a go because I was looking for a good model for combined with the bus stations. So what about comparison? Is it cheap? Is it expensive? What are we dealing with here? So we have a beautiful Central Rail Station here. It's 7,000 rubles. Okay, that's a little bit on the cheap side. I didn't expect it to be so cheap. Let me see the material requirements for it. If we turn off the dollars, it does require only 5 tons of steel. It is a little bit on the cheap side, I have to say. I'll mention that I would expect this one to be a little bit more expensive, but let's leave it there. It might be changed, might not, but I will definitely mention this to the mod maker. Right, link in the description of the video. Raytheon. You don't see that one for a while and then comes back with this. What in the world is this? VDNH Expo of the Republic. Greetings. The mod contains pack of buildings which you can build your expo center of your republic. All pavilions have names and styles of a certain branch of the gaming industry, for example metallurgy, agriculture. Of the gaming industry, I would say industry in this game. The mod is based on a real building of VDNH, but of course the pavilions are not here. In reality there are more than 75 of them, and it will take a lot of time to make them, so you can make a smaller, much more national expo center of Ukraine, which is Ukrainian VDNH. Right, so let's check out the models. I don't think I can actually compare them to anything. Lekaya, is it? Legkaya? Okay, right, I'll stop now butchering the language, and I'm gonna say that, oh, Atom. This is actually, I think these are the letters that are in Cyrillic, same in Latin. We have, okay, I think I'm gonna skip trying to read Cyrillic here, because obviously I suck at this, so I won't embarrass myself here. Okay, I can recognize Metallurgia. Right, okay, this one here, and then you have the other ones. Oh, does this one have? This is a central one, I believe. This one doesn't have any signs on it. Right, so this is the whole. Wow, look at the. Okay, I missed this when I was testing this model. Wow, okay, this looks absolutely beautiful. This is definitely. It was on a competition to be my favorite model, but I think it's definitely gonna be my favorite model in this mod Monday. Wow. Okay, I have to say that I'm as always. Chemia. I think that would be chemistry, right? My bad. I don't know. I'm gonna stop now. Wow. Okay, this is much prettier than I expected. I did go fly through this. I saw all the models. Nefty. yeah, neft, that would be oil, crude oil. We have a small fountain. Wow, okay, I have to say that I'm shocked. I didn't even realize that it was so detailed. I did go through these buildings and I saw a lot of nice details, but when you dive into this, look at this. Wow. Okay, definitely wins my favorite mod, this mod Monday. This is a huge, beautiful set. Raytheon has a lot of these sets of buildings, race courses, and this kind of stuff. Absolutely beautiful work, and I love it that it's all in one pack, so you can have it all in one go. You don't have to subscribe to multiple models and miss something. So definitely my favorite mod, this mod Monday. Thank you so much for this. Continue doing the voodoo that you do so well. Now, Karantuki released a lot of mods this mod Monday. I'm just gonna mention that you should go out and check all of them out, but I'm just gonna put this one, not only this mod Monday, last couple of weeks there's enormous amount, it could be even last couple of weeks, at least record-breaking number of mods and models, mostly from Eastern Germany. I think this one is as well. So this is, let's just start with this one and say advanced coal and iron processing. 2 processing plants for coal and iron. The processing plant version is made more advanced version of the late game. It produces more coal and iron but uses extra chemicals and electricity for that. Maximum 20 workers, produces maximum 240 tons of coal iron per day, consumes maximum of 360 tons of raw coal iron and 1.5 tons of chemicals per day. So if you want to get your chemicals up and running, like use more chemicals, this is the way to go. This is more efficient production facility for your coal and iron. We're gonna compare it to vanilla, but as you can see here, they have the same stats: 240 tons of iron out of 360 tons of iron ore. I believe it's closer to 50% in vanilla, so that would be 180 tons of iron in vanilla. We'll compare it. Let's go with coal first. So if we go to our metallurgy over here, and if we find our coal processing plant anywhere we can go with iron, that's fine. If we go for iron ore processing plant, this would be the vanilla one, and then we have the one over here. This is the model that we were talking about. So 360 to 240, and vanilla is 240. Yeah, it's more than half. It wastes more than half of resources, and this is only a third of the resource wasted. So if you want to have more productivity, more production, definitely use this model. And I believe it's even smaller. No, it's not smaller, it's a little bit bigger. The building is a little bit bigger. If you go to our iron ore processing, no, it's actually smaller. It's smaller. Definitely beautiful model, and I will be using this myself when I get the chemicals up and running. But check out the link in the description of the video for more details on the models. And before we go and check out the map, this is the last but not least. It's actually 2 different models. It's a small nuclear heating plant and a small nuclear power plant by Zix Abacab. Abacab. Yeah, Abacab. Sorry, I'm mispronouncing your name. This is a variant of the small nuclear heating plant workshop that produces small quantity of power instead of heat, and maximum capacity produces 145 megawatts of power per day. Maximum wattage is 2.43 megawatts, consumes 0.005 tons of nuclear fuel, that would be 5 kilos of nuclear fuel per day, and outputs 0.001 tons of nuclear waste. That's a nice. Comes with 1 high voltage connection, 2 low voltage connections, employs up to 10 workers and 8 engineers. Right, and I think it's similar situation with the nuclear heating plant. It's a little bit less workers. You can see on the left hand side, nuclear heating plant. They consume the same amount of fuel, create the same amount of waste. You can see heat, we have to, ooh, that's a decent amount. So if you want to build a nuclear country, this is definitely something to go for. This is a decent amount of heat. Electricity, not so much. Electricity can be compared. We're gonna go for vanilla. I think this is good basics for all of it. Vanilla, it produces 10 times less power than vanilla, but for powering a small town without industries, I think this is a really decent thing. I think this is something that you should have in every city if you're gonna go for these kind of power plants, you know, just to top off your power production from far away. This is something really beautiful. What about efficiency of the power plant? Let's try to find if we can compare it. So this one uses 4 times, no, it's 8 times more fuel and produces 20 times more waste. So these are more efficient, these small nuclear reactors, because they produce much less waste. This is really nice thing to have. So this is, how would we call it? I believe in the modern world now, we call them, it's not breeder reactors, it's the fast reactors. Fast reactors usually can run on nuclear fuel, used nuclear fuel, or some people call it nuclear waste, but use nuclear fuel and they spend it more efficiently. Really, really beautiful models. Definitely something I'm gonna see in my Let's Plays. Republic of Shakha, made by Vanilla. Hello, comrades. Right. This is the... Yeah, this is in French. Sorry about that. Is it French? Is it... It's probably French. Sorry about that. Welcome, comrade. Here is the map, drawing by me in the spirit of the Republic of Yakutia, probably. More than 15 hours of mapping with care. Welcome to Republic of Shakha. Right, so this is a map. It doesn't have a lot of description, there's no story behind it, but map is absolutely beautiful. Check this out. You have a big something in between this. Would it be a river? I would say it's a huge river, rather than to be, you know, 2 islands divided by sea or whatever island and the mainland. It has a little bit of flatland here in the north, close to the Soviet borders, I believe. Both of these could be, no, it's NATO and Soviet border are over there. You have a lot of flatland on the south here. You have decent amount of border crossings, so fear not, unlike the Let's Plays we're playing now where we have only 2. You have of course rail crossings, and you have rail crossings to other countries as well. NATO a little bit less border crossings, because this area here on the other side is quite mountainous. I'm gonna demonstrate this. Yeah, quite mountainous. Actually, not really so much. I mean, like, there's a lot of building space everywhere, so you can set up your harbor and ship transport. This big sea, inland sea or whatever it is gonna create some challenges. I don't know if you can even bridge this, because it's gonna be huge bridges if you build, but there are a couple of narrow points that you could be able to bridge over. So definitely beautiful map, and this is what this is only half of the story of this map that I find really nice. The second part will be distribution of resources on the map, and I really love when people take care of this. So for example, look at this. You have veins of coal in the mountains, which usually sometimes people just put 100% quality coal, you know, as a dot, but this one actually has a little bit thought put into it, so it's really nice. And this one, bang, look at the iron and iron veins and the quality of the iron in the hills. It looks really beautiful. I love it. And then we have oil. Oil is spread between seaside, undersea, and some of the tonland. It has a decent amount of oil, but nowhere near the flatlands where you would build usually. And then uranium ore and bauxite. They are much rarer than other materials. Bauxite is actually a little bit more than usual. Usually uranium ore and bauxite are less common than other elements, but here bauxite is common. So these are the 2 things that made me choose this map. This beautiful inland sea that you can sail through and create a shipping industry across here. And export, of course, using ships. Of course, you have rail transports and border crossings. That's fine, whatever you want to do. But definitely beautiful map. I'm gonna stop it here and say, guys, thank you for creating these wonderful modes and making our gaming much more enjoyable. I really appreciate this, and I bet most of the community appreciates that as well. I'm gonna still say that Raytheon, tip my hat to you, sir. This is amazing. These models and that you create is absolutely beautiful. Thank you for that. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this Mod Monday. If you did, press the like button. If you didn't, leave a nasty comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think. You can like, subscribe if you wish. Leave a comment in the comment section. And if you want to support the channel, you have description of the video. Happy Monday, happy gaming, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.